What's going on, guys? My name is Omega. Welcome back to another Apex Legends video. So today we got a bunch of news to talk about. I have a few small things to talk about in the beginning of this video, and then once we get towards the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys a brand new location coming to Kings Canyon. You guys might have already seen a UFO appear in the Apex Legends developer stream. We have some more information on what this UFO could actually be, what it looks like on the inside, and where it will actually be located. Starting off with some of the smaller pieces of news, if you guys have played Loba recently on World's Edge, you probably noticed that her tactical is absolutely just completely broken right now, and not in the good way. This is a very bad broken. Whenever you throw Loba's tactical, which is her teleport bracelet, for some reason it always just comes back to you. It doesn't actually follow through with the teleport, and this is actually a glitch that came out when the Lost Treasures patch went out last week, and Jason McCord on Twitter kind of wrote a whole thread about why this was happening. Basically, there are trigger points on World's Edge that are grouped together that tell you that you're out of bounds or you're not exactly in the map. And so these trigger points, while they were grouped together, kind of messed with Loba's bracelet. So now whenever she throws her bracelet, the game thinks that she's always out of bounds. Therefore, the bracelet just automatically comes back to her. They said that because of the 4th of July weekend here in America and that, no one's going to be at work, the patch for this isn't going to come out until probably the middle of next week. So hopefully by sometime next week, we will be able to play Loba again on World's Edge. Since World's Edge is now kind of like the dominant map of the second split, it kind of sucks that Loba is just completely worthless right now, but I just want to let you guys know that that fix is probably going to be coming in the next couple of days. We also have some news on how long Apex Legends will be making content for, and as you guys know, Apex has talked about making content up until, Season 8 a couple months ago. They said they already had stuff being worked on for Season 8 and what they were planning on doing with the storyline, with new legends, with new map changes, but we actually have new information now that they're taking this even a step further, and Apex Legends is now working on content up until Season 12, which will be released at the end of 2022. So it's awesome to know that for the next 2 years, we know we're going to be getting constant content with Apex Legends. This game is definitely not going anywhere, and with all the new Battle Royale games that are coming out, Hyperscape was just released. I always talk about how new Battle Royales bring great things to other games, so I think this release of Hyperscape will, kind of motivate Apex Legends to start dropping content a little bit faster, a little bit more regular, and maybe just to have more content in these patches that we get. So I'm super excited for the future. Apex sounds like they have a ton of great ideas coming in the future. If you guys are curious possibly as to what legends we could be seeing in the next couple of years of Apex Legends, I actually have a video up on my channel where I rank every single unreleased leaked legend that's in the game files right now. Most of those haven't really been confirmed or denied yet, but they are in the game files. So if you guys want to check out that video, the link to it will be in the card on this video. But then finally, the last small piece of information I want to talk to you guys about is the future plans for the Peacekeeper in Apex Legends. So I think a lot of people were kind of upset in Season 5 when the Peacekeeper actually became a care package weapon instead of just a regular gun. During this time, the Mastiff was switched from a care package weapon to a regular gun, and the Peacekeeper kind of took its spot. But there's actually another tweet by Jason McCord. A fan asked him if there are any plans for the Peacekeeper to become a normal weapon again. Jason McCord then responded saying, "Good chance it will come back someday. No crate weapons have been exclusive yet except the Kraber, which might just stay that way." So basically he's saying that there's a good chance probably in the next couple seasons that something will replace the Peacekeeper in the care package weapons, which will then be able to let you use the Peacekeeper and just pick it up and find it on the ground. So I'm really excited for that. I'm wondering what care package weapon they could actually add to replace the Peacekeeper. I hope they don't just, put the Mastiff back in the care package and then add the Peacekeeper, as a regular weapon. I would love to have both of those guns in the game and then possibly have like a brand new kind of shotgun that's added as a care package weapon, and then kind of just keep that cycle up where it rotates as a normal weapon back into a care package weapon. I just don't want to see the same guns, being taken away from me. Like if we had, I don't know, the Eva and the Mastiff and the Peacekeeper, Mozambique, all just regular weapons, that would be awesome, and some super secret shotgun that might be like a full auto shotgun as a care package weapon. I would absolutely love to see that, man, because I really do miss the Peacekeeper. I don't get a chance to use it that much at all. But now I want to talk to you guys about the big piece of news that I have for you in today's video. So we actually have some interesting insight to a new location that's coming to Kings Canyon. If you guys remember watching the developer stream that happened about a week or two ago, while they were kind of like doing the cinematics on Kings Canyon, there was actually a weird kind of UFO ship floating around in the background in this one tiny part of this clip. And data miner Shrugtool actually went into the game files and found this UFO model, rendered it out in Blender, and placed it into the area that it will probably be in once it is actually released. Now, this giant UFO seems to appear to be in the middle of Octane's town as well as Salvage. This is where the floating skull is, where where Skull Town fell once Season 5 actually came into Apex Legends. And he went even farther than that and actually went into the actual ship itself and data mined what the inside is going to look like. So I have a few pictures for you guys right here. This first one just being kind of like an information sign. It seems like this is sort of like a public ship that a lot of people use. There's a trail, restrooms, something called a bravern. There's even like stores, and he actually modeled like the specific chips that they sell in these stores, the Chipperitos potato chips. So a lot of stuff is coming out of this one small data mine, but I think the biggest thing I want to talk to you guys about is this image right here. So this seems to be kind of like the center of this floating UFO structure. What's really cool is that while Kings Canyon is basically kind of like a desert area, this ship actually has a little like rural area. As you guys can see, there's trees, grass, bushes, so it looks like that this is kind of an area that people would actually live on. Another cool part about another image that he showed is that there are actually pictures of something called widows from Titanfall 2. So if you guys played Titanfall 2, these giant ships in the background are called widows, and what they did in Titanfall 2 was they were used to transport Titans. Now, obviously Apex Legends is set about 30 years or so after Titanfall, so it looks like now these ships have been repurposed to transport cargo. As you guys can see, there are 2 cargo boxes right next to both of these ships, but it's really interesting that this new area of the map is now all of a sudden being added into Kings Canyon. A lot of people are wondering what this could potentially mean, whether this has something to do with a storyline or possibly a new map that might be coming. Other people are just speculating this might not even be added to Kings Canyon. It could be that they were just testing what this model would actually look like on one of their maps. For all we know, this could be something that's added into a brand new map that's coming in Season 6. But I want to quickly tie in some lore to possibly give some answers to what this location could actually mean. So personally, I think this UFO is landing on Kings Canyon in order to take the Legends to a different planet. A planet that we might actually be seeing as soon as Season 6 once that comes around in about a month. But the reason I think this is, if you guys remember at the beginning of the Season 5 trailer for Apex Legends, Fortune's Favor, when Loba actually found Revenant's head, shot at it, and it was transported to a different location, if you pause the video on the screen where Revenant's head is being transported away, you can see that it's being taken to a planet called Samathi. And this is actually a planet that was mentioned in Titanfall 2. I think it was actually part of like the map and campaign there, and it's also home to both Octane and Lifeline. If you check the lore for both those characters, it says that they are from Samathi, and it is very possible that Loba and the rest of the characters in Apex Legends will be boarding the ship to eventually go to this brand new location. We also know from the Season 4 trailer that Marcus Andrade, who is Loba's father, was murdered in Olympus, which is a city in Samantha. So it could be very possible that Apex Legends is going back to the place where Loba's parents were actually murdered. We don't really know a lot about, what happened in between when Loba was a kid, after her parents got murdered, and when Loba just appeared on Kings Canyon. So we could be diving more into Loba's lore once we go back to the planet that her parents were murdered on. I'm really looking forward to what the lore is going to be telling us, and I think that there's probably going to be a whole new quest line revolved around this planet if it actually comes to happen in Season 6 of Apex Legends. Now, obviously that whole part is just up for speculation. We know that Hammond Robotics took Revenant's head to Samantha, so it could mean a ton of different things. We might be going to a different area or a different planet. This is all just speculation from what we found in the game files, but I personally do believe that this UFO type looking ship is going to replace the floating skull at Kings Canyon, just because Kings Canyon kind of feels a lot different, a lot more slow paced now that Skull Town has been removed. And even though we have a bunch of great new locations, that floating skull doesn't really do a lot for the map. It's got a few items inside the skull if you actually want to go there, but that entire part of the map is basically just there for looks and aesthetic. It's nothing cool or interesting or even worthwhile to take the time to go and loot that area. So I'm really hoping that this UFO is going to have, you know, a lot of cool items, be another kind of like hot drop for Apex Legends, and I'm really hoping that we can answer some questions about the lore. What is Hammond Robotics doing? Where are we going to be going in Season 6? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below if you guys have any additional information you want to add to this video. Thank you guys as always for taking the time to watch this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.